Trevor Noah.
My mom is a Bible scholar and she reads the Bible every day. Not all of it, but she moves through it every single day. What I found fascinating is that she's been reading the same book for decades now, and every day she'll send me an email or a message about a scripture and how it pertains to her life as she sees it now in this moment, how it has been and how she thinks it will be. And what I found particularly fascinating about that is the fact that it's the same book and yet it keeps meaning so many different things to her. Same story, but it keeps meaning so many different things. And I sometimes think about my life in that way, is depending on where I am, depending on the moment, depending on where I've been and where I'm going, the same experience reveals a different parts of me. The same experience reveals why I am who I am, or why I'm doing what I'm doing, or why I even have an idea of who I am or why I am. And so recently, maybe, since you're asking me what is one of these things, what is something, I think back to how not having shaped how I see the world, shaped how I move in the world. Not having food sometimes, not having money sometimes, not even having luxury items sometimes, whether it be clothing or cars, whatever it may be. But recently I've found myself going, man, so much of how you define yourself is through the lens of having or not having, particularly because of how you grew up. And so it's not about having or not having now, but it's in the small things. It's like how I order food or why I order the food that I do in the way that I do. It's partially because of having or not having. And so I would say that's maybe one of the biggest experiences that I find has recently, just shining a light on how I grew up.
One thing that I learned about Trevor Noah is like not having will shape your life, because when you have it, like you'll be so appreciated on the things that you'll have. So basically, when you take a shower, for example, at this US America, there's hot water, everything is everywhere, and then you just appreciate because the hot water is there every day. But if you go back to Africa, you're lucky to have hot water. I mean, if you're lucky to have even a cold water. So when you don't have those kind of luxury, which is hot water over there is a luxury. So when you come here, you just appreciate little things, just like hot water, like little things. Even though washing clothes machines, like you'd be like, even though if you go outside and pay $1.25 or something to wash your clothes, you'd be so appreciative because you're not gonna dry your clothes like by the sun. You know what I'm saying? So that little things would be like so happy because you can dry it off, or like you don't have to wait for the weather. If it's gonna rain or not to dry your clothes, you just put on a dry machine and then wait about 45 minutes and dry your clothes, So you'd be so appreciative about that, but because you don't have that. But if you're born here, you know what I'm saying, it's just everything's given, so you're not gonna appreciate everything. Of course, I should have that. I should have hot water. But so you're not gonna appreciate everything. So I'm not saying it's bad to be born in America, but if you go back, instead of going on vacation in Miami or like France or something, go to Africa for vacation and see how people live. You're lucky to have hot water here. See how people live. See how people dry their clothes. See how people are so frustrated because they don't have a job. People are so frustrated because they don't have no utilities. The moment you see this, and then you come back, you just need 15 days to just observe, and then you come back to the US, you're gonna be a totally different person, because now because you just went there for 2 weeks, and then your personality or your perceptions would completely change when you live in the US. You become so aware, you become so appreciative on the things that you have, like your dishwasher or your drying washing machine, or like anything, your hot water or anything, your car, like you don't have to wait for the line for the cab or something. You just be so appreciative of little things. So that little things will make you grow daily. So thank you so much for Noah for sharing this, and then hope this you guys learn a lot of things about this, and then see you guys in the next video.